Welcome back for another We Rising video. Today we will be looking at new things that was added in 1.1 endgame. So that's like a fourth chapter of the whole progression tree. Let's go jump into it. As a first thing that was added, and it is really exciting for a lot of people that have a lot of crafting stations and, you know, are trying to pimp their castle to absolute fullest. After you kill Henry Blackbrew, you will get Redistribution engine. This is a station that you can build in your castle, and it will allow you to link your production and or your chests together. So I mentioned before in the first video that we got the treasure room, so every single chest can be inside one room with special flooring, and it counts as a unit, so you can take from the chest wherever you are. But if you want to go to the station, you know, and you want to craft something, you still have to go to the treasury, take those items and bring it back to your crafting station. It will process, and after that you have to go there and take those things and get it back to your treasury room. With the Redistribution engine, not anymore, because you can link it. For example, if you want to make a schematics, I mean paper presses, you can make them connect to each other, and the last product will go back to your storage. You will combine in the first paper press, you will combine a grass and also sawdust, and it will make a paper. With that, you will combine it with wool thread, you will make scrolls, and when the scrolls will combine each other with the scrap, you will create schematics, and those schematics can be sent right into your knowledge chest, and you can work with those. You can imagine you can use it in a variety of situations with other stations that are around your castle. What is the most exciting thing about this last chapter or the fourth act of the We Rising is visiting for the first time. Maybe you could visit there, you know, a little bit earlier, but now you have the incentive to go and explore the new zone that was introduced in 1.1 Invaders of Oakvale. Because finally we got some objectives to do, we have some bosses to kill, and we need to get the new stuff that was introduced in the new zone, which is like a forest area. So it's really similar to Farbane Woods, but it's also like a highland, so everything is more green, like, you know, there are pastures and you are really close to the coast. There are 8 new spots that you can build your castle upon. 2 of those spots are kind of really good for PvP, I would say, but other ones are just really great next to the water and stuff. Also, you can find 2 new resources. You can find a special wood that we will need for our advancements, and also a Mary, which is a new mining node that we will need as well. It would not be a new zone if there would not be a new enemies or new adversaries that we will need to slay, and they will try to stop us, and that are the cultists. They are following the Queen of Megara, which got a really cool backstory that she arrived, she was scared everyone in the village, and she told them that they have to come to her when the dusk will come. Each of them have to hold heart of their neighbor, so only half of them will survive and be the first one that will join the Venom Blades. On top of all of that, you have a new type of blood, and it's corrupted. It's an interesting one for sure. You are kind of living on the edge with this one. So as I mentioned before, we are here in the new zone for the new bosses, because they will bring us new features. They are really exciting for the 1.1, because they solve quite a lot of things that was introduced in 1.0. Also, on top of that, it just gave us more opportunities. Let's jump into those bosses. First and foremost, we will fighting Jakira, which is like a rogue type boss that is sneaking around and jumping upon you, making herself like a copies and trying to give you a big slashing. And for that reason, when you slay her, you will be able to create for yourself the slashers. In the past, you were able to get them from the different boss, but right now he is giving you daggers, and the Jakira, this boss, it will give you slashers. So they swap them around, but it makes sense because the previous boss used the daggers, but you got slashers, but now it makes sense. With the next boss, it's starting to be really exciting, because we will fight Stavros, and Stavros is the guy going around and is trying to cut down the trees that are infected with the venom, and they are trying to extract the venom sap out of that. We will need that too. If you kill this guy, you will get quite a lot of things. You will get the advanced sawmill. This sawmill is allow you to cut down the trees that are in this location, get out of them the venom sap. So that's a kind of like a last station that didn't have the advanced option. So tannery got it, like tailor stuff, a forge, and all the others, just not the sawmill. But now it's a time for this to shine. Also, you will be obtaining a new possibility to create a new teleporter with new colors, so you will have more options to move around your castle. But the most exciting thing that you will get, at least for me, that was one of the features that I was like, oh my god, this is so cool, I love this. And this is coating of your weapon. So you will use this venom sap as the resource to be able to create the coating on your weapon. You can have one coating on every single weapon that you are using. So you can switch between those weapons, and each of the weapon can have a different coating or the same type. Those types, there are 7 types. They are correlating towards the spell schools of what you can do. So there is a chaos, there is a blood, there is a condemn, there is a lightning, frost, and so on. So you have those schools and you can choose what coating you like, because each of them giving you a different kind of power, and you can dip into something else you are not really going for. For example, in my case, I'm focusing on lightning. I like the attack speed of the claws that I'm using, but I combine it with the blood. So now I have opportunity to leech a little bit, so sustain myself with a lifesteal, and also there is a chance when I'm slashing, drop the blood orb that will heal me. So that is really exciting, so I can go a little bit further and play a little bit more risky with this. Another new boss that was introduced is giving us another absolutely godly feature. Lucille is an alchemist and she's using potions to get your attention and trying to kill you. But what is really interesting upon this boss, the fighting the boss, is that you have to use those potions against her. She's doing quite a lot of things and you have to dispel her attacks and also other stuff. So it's a really interesting fight, and I absolutely love in this patch they are really trying to push those bosses in the different directions and really create a variety. After you slay Lucille, you will get Blood Homogenizer. This is a station for your alchemy room where you will be able to combine blood types. This moment until 1.0, there is a thing that you will get someone with a high percentage of blood. The best is 100%, right? You want those, and they have several types that you can find. You will get them to your jail and then you sip their blood, right? You will create those potions from their blood and you will be able to choose what playstyle you will love to go for. So if you like, for example, spell casting, you can go for the scholar, but if you want to go for the melee combat, you can be a warrior or brute. So there is quite a lot of options that you can choose from. All of them were tweaked and changed a lot. You can go create unique build. What is this station do is that you can combine 2 bloods together and make it more powerful. So you will pick one of the baselines that you love to go for. So for example, if you want to go for the warrior build, I'm going for the brute, using that as my first potion. Each of the potion statuses, like more blood quality you have, the more rows you will unlock and more potent it is. When you reach 90% or over, you will unlock the special row. For example, for the brute is that I parry. So I get 25% every time I'm getting damage from someone. There is a chance to reduce that damage and I will get more stronger from that. But there is, for example, a warrior blood that got on the 4th row that every time you cast your weapon attack, you will getting stacks. And those stacks, when they reach 100, you are able to free cast. So you are able to go for more attacks without really using that cooldown. The same goes for the spellcasters. You have this opportunity to spellcast more. And with this station, you can use the baseline. For example, for me, it's a brute. You can combine it with a different blood, for example, a warrior or a rogue, and you will be able to get the 4th line for free. That's just basic, that you will get it towards your potion. As well, on top of that, one of those 3 rows before, so you can choose what you want to specialize blood for. For example, I'm combining my brood with the rogue, and I can choose reducing my cooldown of my whale, so the dashing ability, and also I have 100% chance when I whale, so when I dash, I will be able to crit 100%. So it's really interesting that you can combine those things together and create something unique, and also with corresponding stats from the other things that you have, you will be able to create the power fantasy that you are going for. Another major fight in the end game is a Dantos. This is another new boss that was introduced in 1.1. This one is huge. You have to kill him. You have to do it. It's an interesting fight. I really enjoyed this one. There are forges and you have to dodge attacks when he's slamming the ground, and he's like a forging weapons kinda. He's using 2 hammers and it's really nuisance. He's jumping around. There are forges spewing fire and you are just trying to run away. and you know, in the middle of that, kill him. When you kill this guy, you will get special station that's a fusion forge. This is really important to endgame. When you will start finding legendary weapon, when you find it, you want this station to tweak what you will get to really maximize the output of your weapon. You're also able to tweak your gems, so if you find a really cool gem, you can combine it with others to really make it perfect. What has really surprised me on this station is that there is no RNG involved. There is nothing like that. So you will find yourself a legendary weapon, you are excited, right? You are like, oh my god, finally I pulled it out, because it's taking some time and you have to be kind of lucky to get it. There are some stats. You are going for warrior, you are going for melee build, you want to slash them up close, but all of those stats rolled for the spellcaster, and you are like, oh my god, this is not great. And that was exactly the situation for 1.0. When you were going for those legendary weapons, right, and you would get one, you were excited, but you saw the stats upon the weapon and like, okay, this is bricked, this is going for a spell, I am not going for the spell. So you were rolling for another one, but with this mechanic introduced, you don't have to do it anymore, because with the fusion forge, you can take this baseline, and when you get another weapon that will have the stat that you want, you can use this one and fuse it to the another. What I thought it will happen is that it will be RNG. You will just get some of them and it will combine them and you will get random stats from both. But that's not the case. You are always choosing 3 stats. You have the 3 stats on your legendary and you will choose 3 stats from all 6. What do you want? So if you have 3 different weapons and each of them got the maxed out stat that you really want to put on your weapon, you can just do it 3 times and you will always choose 3 stats that you want to keep on the main weapon. So this is really streamlined the situation and really pushing you towards the top everything up, and it's amazing. Especially like this is going as well for the gems, so you can combine those things. And what I really like about this system is that every single weapon that you will find previously, even though you don't have the forge yet, you're in the mid game, right? You are getting those first weapons with the stats, and you will find weapon that got really good stat. It was a maxed out stat and you like it, so you can keep it and wait for you to reach this point, get the fusion forge and use this weapon to upgrade your favorite one. That's a really huge change. I absolutely love it. I hope that they will go even further, especially with the gems, because there's quite a lot of them, and if you want to make a perfect one, that's kinda a little bit harder than the weapons. Last but not least, I have to mention the main boss that was introduced in this, and that's Megara. Megara is one of the bosses that will give you the special amulet. Now there are 4 bosses, 5 with Dracula, and this boss fight is absolutely insanely fun. I really enjoyed that. If we were just running around, there is a lot of projectiles. She is running around, she's jumping, there is a lot of tentacles going around. It's just a really fun fight. It gets a little bit of like the splendid to it. She is a big serpent and she's crawling around. It's just a really cool fight. But what I enjoyed about this the most is the fact that from each of the last bosses that you will kill, those 4 bosses before you will engage the Dracula as the last boss, you will get a set piece for Dracula. Each of them will allow you to get one for gloves, for chest guard and boots, and also pants. What it was before 1.0 was that you got like 3 bosses, each of them gave you this one the set piece, but you didn't get the 4th one until you will slay the Dracula. When you slayed him, you got the 4th piece and you were able to have the full set. But right now, because there are 4 bosses, you are able to get this set before you engage the Dracula. So it's kind of really cool. I like it a lot, this change. As I said, the fight was absolutely like great, and I can't wait for where they will push it forward, because there is no pendant for every single spell school, because right now we have blood from the Dracula, we got lightning from Adam, we got chaos from the beast, we got the condemn from the Solaris, and also mist from the Megara. So there is more bosses to come in 1.2. Hopefully that will come, but that's it for 1.1. That's a late game progression. Those are the things that they are new and also surprised me, and I feel this patch just done a lot of quality of life things. It's just pushed the polish upon the game. For new players, when they engage in this game, it will be just easier to go through those systems, and also late game fucking farming of those Stygian shards is just so taxing. It's just so taxing to go through those. And because you have to farm a lot to get your legendary to buy it from the merchant, you have like 20% chance to get the legendary one, but you have to have 1500 of those shards to go to the merchant and buy a weapon you want, but only with 20% chance to get the legendary one. And when everyone is on the same spot, you can go for this event only once per hour and you will not get 1500 from one event. It's just taking a long time to get it, unless you have luck like me. Look at the next clip that I will show, because that was absolutely amazing. Absolutely crazy what happened. So you should check it out. It's just something that happened on the stream. So check it out and I will be right back. I went straight for the buying things because maybe
legendary.
All right, daggers it is. Or yeah, daggers.
Yeah.
All right. Are you prepared?
I'm always prepared.
Gambling on the stream. Let's go. W's in the chat. No, okay.
W? Did you get it?
No.
What did you get?
I'm just saying it before because it will be just instant success. Okay, let's go.
Text?
First
did you
try?
get it?
Yes.
I'm gonna file a
So now
complaint.
W's what?
What the hell? I spent 4 days, actually, what, a week hunting for those.
Let's go.
Let's go. I'm so happy.
Okay. So yeah, you have a weapon.
Yay, thank you. What, are you gonna do another one?
Yes.
No way you got to! No way you got to! You have to be joking me. I am looking on the screen right now. Oh my god!
I got 2 in a row.
I'm actually speechless.
No way. So
I am speechless. What the hell?
That's not possible, man. That's not possible. So I got a weapon as well. Oh yes.
Yeah. We're set. We're set.
Oh my god, I'm lightheaded. God damn it, what the hell? 2 in a row. So yeah, that's it. That was a good one. But that's it for this video. Hope you enjoy. I will be back with another video that I will post in the future. I will delve into things that I would love to see in 1.2. So stay tuned. You can subscribe the channel or you can check out more games or more videos on the screen. That will do it for now. Thank you and see you all next time. Bye.